Hey yo, what's poppin' foo? Hope you guys are well. I'm doing absolutely great. I'm feeling fine. Just a little bit low energy, but besides that, I'm feeling fine and I'm great. Okay, so Happy New Year first of all. I think this is the video that I posted after New Year. Am I right? I'm not sure. But Happy New Year to you guys. And yeah, let's go over this. So my previous video, my previous video was the New Year one. Okay, cool. So in my previous video, guys, I actually talked about this sell that I took right here, why I took it, etc. If I'm not wrong, I made a breakdown on why I took this sell right here. If you guys are wondering why on the previous video it appeared as though, I'm sorry, man, my computer's just skipping. Give me a sec, or I'm just skipping. Give me a sec. If you're wondering why on the Oanda broker this high took this one, but on forex.com it's different, it's because of different brokers. They have different price feeds, but doesn't matter. Just understand that based off of the this high right here, taking the liquidity from this high and filling up this strong high, boom, 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 right? Took that liquidity, this is the strong high. That's the reason why I look for a sell over here. If you guys want to watch that breakdown, it's on the previous video. Okay, if I actually didn't break down this one, I definitely did for this, and I'll make a proper breakdown for the reason why I took a sell over here. Okay, if that is assuming that I didn't do it in the previous video. So anyway, let's get into this video. But before that, if you guys are new around here, first and only link in the description is my AKFX Telegram, where I post screenshots of my trades, etc. and sometimes on occasion I do also post breakdowns for my trades. So anyway, with that being said, let me get right into the video, man. So we have this high taking the liquidity, right, breaking the structure. And where did I look for entries? Well, I looked for an entry right there. Once price took that liquidity, people are going to be like, oh, that's what, you know, it's super important. It's just the liquidity, man. Look, without that liquidity, you wouldn't have taken the trade. And you're absolutely right. But to say that the liquidity hunt was the absolute only reason that I took the trade is completely false. Absolutely false. Because if I just had the liquidity hunt, right, with no break of structure to the downside, no structure or confluence, then there's absolutely no solid reasoning, maybe besides timing in a high risk entry or an early entry, for me to actually take the trade. Doesn't mean that you can't place trades purely based off of liquidity, just like how it doesn't mean that you're not profitable if you purely base trades off of structure. I mean, I do that on gold, purely structure, zero liquidity, and it works very consistently. But it does mean, however, that especially on EU and forex pairs, or EU smart money concepts, and with smart money concepts, it's very important, in my personal opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, for you to have a confluence between, or rather have a confluence with liquidity and structure, which is exactly what we're having right here. A confluence with liquidity because we took that liquidity, and then with structure because the lower time frame, the M1 and the M5 switched to become bearish, and that was the reason why I took the trade, with all those inducements and stuff like that on the lower time frame. This stuff right here, right? Boom, this inducement stuff. Yeah, exactly, all that stuff. So now into the real meat of the subject, right? Why did I look for a sell in here? I still got stopped out, mind you. I still lost the trade. Why did I look for a sell in here and not in here? Simply, there's no magic to it. Let me put that straight up here. Let me just sip a little bit of mine. Give me a sec. There is no magic here. There is no magic. It's simply based off of my observation of the market. That's it. And based off of me weighing in the odds. Weighing in the odds. There's no magic here at all. Let me show you guys exactly what I mean by weighing in the odds. Now, you guys are going to find two similarities, or maybe three similarities between what I'm about to show you guys, okay? I'm about to show you guys two things. You're going to find three similarities. We have a high that's responsible for a hunt on liquidity, and a break on the structure that was responsible for the hunt on liquidity. We also have a inducement. Maybe there's four things, there are four things that are going to be similar. We have a high that's responsible for a take on liquidity, a break of significant structure, and is being induced. Similarly, on the right hand side, we have a high that took liquidity, broke structure, and is being induced. Do you guys want to know what? Now hold on a minute. These are four things. You can argue three, but these are four things, four attributes of these two highs that are exactly the same, or maybe not exactly the same, but similar. Now, what are those attributes? Well, let's just call it three. The high was responsible for a stop hunt. It was also responsible for a break on the low that caused that stop hunt, and it's also being induced. On the right hand side, we have a high that is responsible for a stop hunt, same like this one, right? broke the structure that caused the stop hunt. Look, same like this one, right? And is being induced. Look, being induced as well. Do you guys want to know what the fourth, that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 similarities. Do you guys want to know what the fourth similarity is? They both allow for runs on low resistance liquidity. What do I mean by that? Well, right next to it, right above it, we have a high that has not been stop hunted. Right next to it. And especially on this broker, group them all up like that. Let's just say for this one for now. Right above it. Now, I'm about to go and show you guys something on the left. I'm not saying highs all the way back here, man. All the way back to these highs. Man, look at this. Look at this. We have this high. We have this high. Man, these are equal highs, bro. These are equal highs and they're going to be taken right now. Price comes up, doesn't freaking take it, but drops like what? 60, 100 pips? 100 pips. It drops freaking 100. It doesn't take those. You know what I mean? Equal highs, bro, right here. It just didn't take those at all. It didn't even bother. It didn't even bother. Look. High number 1, high number 2. Equal highs. Look, we have an FVG, guys. FVG, inefficient pricing, imbalance in the market. Price didn't bother about that liquidity. Because price doesn't have to take it. Maybe it does have to take it at some point, sure. But what's the point of you knowing, oh, liquidity has to be taken at some point? Do you know when that point is, my guy? Are you the bank, my guy? You know what I mean? So when I say be realistic, I'm talking about look at what's happening in front of you right now, bro. Right now. What's happening in front of you? Right? And I see we have that liquidity. Now, what does this liquidity mean? In my opinion, from me looking at the charts, it means that I'm waiting for that low resistance liquidity, right? It's highs right next to each other that have never been taken. I'm waiting for BAM. You know, break a structure, boom. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm waiting for this. If you're advanced, and I've done this as well, if you're advanced, you can take it right here, right? But if you want to take the break and retest, boom, retest and go on, you can do that too. That's a safer alternative, right? You can do that too. Well, really, honestly, safe really depends on personal preference. I'll be honest with you. That's something I've learned in 2021. What's high risk to you may just be another day for me. You know what I'm trying to, vice versa. You know what I mean? So yeah, okay. So again, you guys probably thought when I said that, oh, I'm going to show you guys why I didn't take the trade here, why I took the trade. There's going to be some kind of voodoo 3 a.m. African juju type. Nah, none of that stuff. It's just me observing the fact, right, that I would like, let's put it this way. I would like, when I'm looking at these highs, right, I would like that liquidity to be taken, to be hunted. It'll be greater of a confluence if it got hunted during a kill zone, but this liquidity didn't get hunted during a kill zone and it still worked, which is why I keep on. It just reinforces my entire. There's so many trades that I can just show you guys right now, right, where kill zones literally do not matter. They absolutely do not matter. But at the same time, I have to be truthful with you guys and say that kill zones are a very powerful confluence because it can work and it has worked. So for me to just say it's useless, no. But is it necessary? No, it's not necessary. Which is why I always say I never clown on people who don't use kill zones or use time and price based on ICT concepts because you don't need it, but it does help and it has helped people. Heck, it's helped me. So use whatever you're comfortable with. Anyway, back to the point, right? When I'm looking at this, right? Firstly, if you were to go to the Oanda broker, let me tell you guys exactly what you're going to see if you go to the Oanda broker right now. Let me just check my thing real quick. All right, it's cool, 8 minutes, right? If you go to the Oanda broker right now, this is what you're going to see. Boom, stop hunt, break a structure, inducement, and blah, 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 black sheep as she goes, okay? So now let's take a look at this and see what happened. This is not, I didn't pull this out of my behind, right? This is exactly what I'm seeing on the charts, okay? Now let's take a look at this. Let me go red. All right. So this high, why do I care if it took this liquidity? I mean, again, it's all according to your plan, bro. This is a fantastic time for me to say. It is all according to your plan. I'm going to show you guys what I mean by that in a second. If your plan says you're not going to take this high, you're not going to take a sell from this high if it took the liquidity right here and not the one outside, right? You're not going to sell it, then okay, you don't sell it. You just wait for this high to be taken and then you look for sells, right? But if you're flexible enough to say, man, look, this high took this liquidity, right? And within this high that was responsible for the stop hunt, within that, right, we sold off, right? We created this range. Within that range, this high here took this liquidity. broke this structure, and you're perfectly fine with selling inside that range. See this range? These two red lines are my range, right? Now, if you're okay with selling that, then you're okay with selling that. But if you're creating like a super strict trading plan or something, and you say, nah, I'm not gonna, you know what I mean, sell or trust the hunt on internal structure and liquidity, okay, you just wait for the extreme to get taken. You know, when I say extreme, I'm not talking about all the way up there. I'm talking about right here, right next to this. Look, here, right? Here, right? What's right next to it? This guy. And this hasn't been taken. But if your rules say, that's fine. It's still, you know, this high is responsible for a take on structure here, or take on liquidity here, excuse me. It's being induced, and you sell this. That's fine. Who knows? Maybe the person who did that actually took their profits here, and they're just like a scalper or something. That's perfectly fine. Again, I can't tell you what's right and wrong because it all completely depends on you, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? So, yeah. Now, another thing, very important. I see a lot of people making this mistake, and it's okay because I understand why you're making this mistake, but fix it, right? When I'm seeing this high, took this liquidity, broke the structure, got induced, major sell-off happened, look here, don't look at the gray, don't look at this gray drawing. Now look at the back real quick. Hold on, can I? Yeah. Now look at the back, this one. Look, this high, took this liquidity, broke this structure, left an inducement. Price comes back to take that inducement on the Oanda broker, right? Breaks the structure that caused that stop hunt, right? Being induced, price pulls back, sells off, takes the external range liquidity, or keep it really simple. Hold on now, keep it really simple. Strong high, weak low. Why is this a weak low? Because this low was not responsible for a higher high, was it? This weak low on the 4 hour I'm talking about, right? If you were to look at this right here. This low was not responsible for a break in the structure. Am I right or am I right? This low didn't cause a break in the structure, so that becomes a weak low, bro. You know, I'm going back to the H1 now, right? So that being taken into what? A whole freaking buy area, bro. A whole buy area. Where did it get taken into? Check this out. Why is this a buy area? Well, took that liquidity. Where did it break structure? On the 1 hour chart. Oh, but it broke structure here on the 5 minute. I'm talking about the 1 hour chart, bro. Well, broke structure right here. And this is my view. I mean, you could say the top, that's fine with you. But for me, it made a buy, it made a sell, took that liquidity, didn't break it, boom, broke that structure over there, left its inducement here. Price first came back to this mitigation block. I think that's what it's called, a mitigation block on ICT. I don't use those. And then price actually comes back to fill the last sell candle before the buy. Of course, you could just generalize it to be this IPA candle starting from right here. You can do that, and then, you know, if you want to get an instant entry, as they say, you can go from, you know, the last sell. Now listen to this. If you want to just get an instant entry, you can go from the last sell to buy, all right, and then refine that, and in that same area find a multi-time frame zone. What's a multi-time frame zone? When you have multiple time frames showing you that there is a point of interest there. So for example, the H1 showing you a bullish OB, or you want to call it a demand or whatever. Let's just assume bullish OB. Your H1 showing you a bullish OB. Your 45 is showing you like an IPA. Your 30 minutes showing you an IPA. 15 minutes showing you an IPA. 5 minutes showing you a little OB. Okay, that's in my books, you know, a strong zone, an area of you know, of a lot of significance and importance. And you can take your instant entry there. But anyway, I hope you guys get that. But that's the reason why I didn't sell this, because this move was already used thanks to this strong high. Why is this a strong high? Because it took the liquidity from the left, not on this broker, on the Oanda broker. Broke that structure to the downside, was being induced. This major sell-off happened. Why? Okay, now think about it this way. Let me just tweak your mind just a little bit. If you still don't get it, right? If you still don't get it, why did this sell-off happen? I'm not talking about, oh, it's algorithmically driven. Shut up, bro. Seriously, it pisses me off. It literally doesn't matter if the markets are moved because of an algo. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. But it literally is completely irrelevant to me. I'm still making money either way. Whether or not I know an algorithm exists, or whether there's freaking Tom and Jerry buying and selling it to each other. It does not matter, and it's not going to change your trading. Right? That's just fact. If you're trading a profitable system already and a consistent one, that's all you need. Anyway, let's come back to this. I'm sorry, man. A bit of a rant there. Right. Why did this sell-off happen? Because this sell-off happened because, right, this high took the liquidity from the left, so it was responsible for a stop hunt, number one. And then this high over here broke the significant structure, indicating that this is a strong high. Those are the two attributes that indicate a strong high: a take on liquidity, or a sweep on liquidity, and a break of significant structure. What significant structure? I'm not going to tell you. Go watch the first ever video on this channel, you'll know. And it's being induced. Cool confluence, right? Price pulls back, and you know you can trust this high. Now, guys, you're gonna tell me this, but Avi, sometimes I've seen this stuff happen, and price just completely takes this high out and goes and fills the imbalance above and then sells out. Okay, and what do you want me to do about it? I don't own the markets. My grandfather definitely doesn't. So you know what I mean? Like, what do you want me to do about it? It happens. It happens to everyone. It doesn't matter whether you're smart money, dumb money, or freaking triangle money. You're gonna have losing trades. You're gonna have the world's most beautiful looking setup. You know what I mean? You're so confident in that setup, and it still freaking fails. You have your time and price. You freaking joined the ICT mentorship. You've done everything, and it still fails. What are you gonna do then? It's just you fell on the wrong side of probability. But you can't use the excuse of, oh, I fell on the wrong side of probability, when you haven't even made yourself a trading plan, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? So I hope you guys get I hope you guys get where I'm trying to come from. So anyway, this high, this sell-off happened because this high took liquidity, broke structure. So that to me is like all of these highs just next to each other. You know what I mean? Like they're creating low resistance liquidity, right? And when I look at this, I'm like, at least the thing I can do, right, is to sell from in here. Why? Not just because it's low resistance liquidity. That's a massive reason, but also because when price sold off, it didn't just play around. No, it sold off and took this external liquidity. I don't know whether I'm using the word external and internal correctly, but it just took the liquidity from the buyer side, the major target, which is this 4-hour week low, right? You see this? 4-hour week low. It took that liquidity. So that's why I'm like, damn, at least let me go and, you know what I mean, take a sell from here. And I still lost. It is what it is, right? So hope you guys understand that, man. Now let's see, we're 16 minutes in. We definitely got time for this. Why did I look for a sell in here? Why did I look for a sell in there? And where the hell did it come from? Well, when price rallied up and completely stopped me out of this sell trade, what I did was very simple. I went boom, right? And I saw when price rallied up, if I'm going to take a trade right now, at this very point, after I just got stopped out, right? So I took this sell here, I took this sell here, cashed in, price came back up. I completely missed this sell. Very sad. It met my rules and everything, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I met my rules, but I just didn't take the trade. I just didn't, right? I took a sell over here and I took a loss, right? What I did was very simple, man. I just saw, if I'm gonna take a trade right now, what higher time frame? Oh, Avi, there's like an M1 imbalance. Yeah, I didn't look at that. I looked at what's on my H1, for example, and I'm like, okay, well, that's liquidity taken. Interesting. Oh yeah, that was that was like weeks, I think a week or something back, right? And I'm seeing this guy being responsible for holding all that liquidity, and I'm like, if there's an imbalance in here, what's gonna be like a quality trade for me to take? And I'm like, with this kind of rally, I might as well just wait for the liquidity to be taken. This has nothing to do with, oh, what's your strategy, Avi? No, this is literally, what I'm explaining right now is literally experience. It's experience, and it's seeing the same shit over and over and over in the markets, right? I'm waiting for this liquidity to be taken. Another reason is because, let me go to 4-hour real quick. I mean, you could see it on the 1-hour, but 4-hour, 1-hour, this high was responsible for a take on structure, and the H1 broke structure to the downside. I'm gonna go to the H1 and show you guys right now. H1 time frame, right? I don't care if it didn't take this liquidity. It took liquidity though, didn't it? And then guess what? It broke the structure. You see where I'm trying to get at? So that's all that matters to me, man. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That is all that matters to me. It takes liquidity, breaks structure. That's it. I can't, you know, guys. I can't tell you, right? I can't tell you, and nobody can tell you that every single time they see this kind of pattern happening, every single time they see this, that no one can tell you, bro, right? Every single time they see something like this, that for sure this liquidity is going to be taken. And just similarly, no one can tell you that for sure, just because this high took liquidity here, broke structure, and is being induced, that for sure you're going to get a beautiful sell reaction. No one can tell you that, bro. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. And anyone who tells you otherwise, the reason why they're telling you otherwise is because it's complete hindsight. That's just fact. I've seen that stuff happen, guys. If you want to be in denial, go ahead, but I'm just giving you guys game right now. So anyway, let me come back to this. I saw a H1. Let me talk about this entry real quick. Right there. Now, I didn't look at anything on the lower time frame. All I did was just an immediate entry. Let me show you guys exactly how I did that. The 1 hour, 45 minute. All right. 45 minute to 30. multi-time frame. Remember what I told you guys about my multi-time frame entry drills. M30, we have a last up candle before a sell or a bearish order block, right? Somewhere around the same line as a 30-minute IPA. Cool, interesting, but the IPA is not exactly a refinement of this 30-minute imbalance now, is it? Okay, cool. Let's move on to the 15. And I think I took it on a 5 or a 15, either one of the two. Right here. So I know, okay, you know, that it's just the same old imbalance over and over again. Let's go to the 5. Oh, I pray to God that I can. Could be stretching it, guys. Oh, I can't. Okay, never mind. It's fine. Basically, if you guys have the paid version of TradingView, what I did was within this area, within this entire box, there was an M5. Maybe you guys, if you don't have the paid version of TradingView, you can check on your MT4. In this area was an M5 unmitigated or untapped into fresh bearish OB, and I took it based off of that with a 2.5 pip stop loss. So that bearish OB was like, yeah, somewhere around that area, exactly, because my entry was at the tippity top. Right here somewhere was that M5 bearish OB. You guys are going to have to either trust me on this one, but I don't want you guys to trust me on this one. Just go and check it out for yourselves, right? There was an M5 bearish OB, and I took it with a 2.5 pip stop loss. Very aggressive, and I risked less. And let me talk about where the take profit was. Let me show you guys exactly where the take profit was, right? So I took my entry right at the top. No cap. I took the entry right at the top, right here, with a 2.6. My bad, 2.6 pips, because you know you have your spread and stuff, right? So yeah, 2.6 pips off. Where did I take my profits at? Oh, Avi, I'm sure you're super freaking good, right? Because you're a good trader. You definitely took your profits down here. Nope, I didn't. You guys want to know where I took my profits? Right here. How on earth do I know, right? How on earth do I know whether price is going to take this liquidity, right? How on earth do I know whether price is going to take this liquidity and then rise, or whether price is going to give some beautiful reactions like this and stop me on a break even? And do you see that's exactly what happened? Which is exactly reinforcing my idea to you guys that no one knows shit, right? There is no way you can say, oh, 100%. This liquidity is going to be taken, man, and then price is going to fly up here, and then both of these guys are going to get taken, and then we're just going to just fly. No one can tell you that stuff. We go based off of a day-to-day basis. Okay, and what I'm seeing right now, what my eyes are seeing right now is a huge rally up, and I'm like, damn, this huge rally, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that I'm gonna hold my entire trade through this. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go to a lower time frame and check out for any bits of liquidity on that lower time frame. And I'm seeing, look, we have something like this. Boom. Sorry, my bad. Let's make it a bit brighter. Okay. Boom. Boom. And I'm like, these two bits can be my liquidity, my target, legit. And I just hold it there. Once price broke the structure, see this buys, this on the 1 minute, by the way, but I'm on the 5, but on the 1 minute, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. And this sell buy was responsible for a stop hunt, and we broke that, right? So you could go break even right there. You're done, right? So let's say you missed my entry, the one that I took right up here. All right, that's fine. Guess what we were presented with, or guess what we were gifted with later on. Take that liquidity, a bearish QM, right? Take that liquidity, break that structure. Being induced, and guess what we have? An IPA candle. Again, how can I know? Oh, guys, look, last sell before buy. For sure, man, we're just going to ignore the IPA and just for sure go for the last buy to sell. Nobody knows, bro. Nobody knows. It's just that certain things happen more often than others, and that's why people incorporate that in their trading plan. That makes sense. That makes sense. That is you doing all that you can to place the odds in your favor. But does that mean that you're going to have 100% win odds? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. So, yeah, just want you guys to get comfortable with understanding that no one knows anything, bro. They just have a strategy that places the this the thing. This is the key takeaway from this video. Besides, obviously, the markup and the trade breakdown. No one knows a damn thing in these markets. The difference between you and I is that I found my edge, my way of adding all these different fruits and veggies into my basket, which are my confluences, which is just going to do what? Increase my win odds. And I'm so comfortable with them that that's enough. I don't need to know the markets. I don't need to know everything about the markets. I just know what's in my basket, right? And I know it bloody damn well. And it's enough for me to make consistent amounts of profit. Every day, SMC for me is not really every day. It's more of a weekly thing because I don't really trade smart money every single day. I trade like definitely I definitely look at like EU and stuff, but like, you know, I don't make money every day. I don't make trades every day. So that's what I mean. But anyway, so yeah, guys, that is that, and I hope you guys understand the target. The reason why I looked at these lower time frame targets right here is because, you know, I don't know whether price is gonna for sure take the entire thing, whether price is gonna take this one, or whether price is just gonna come in, take these 2 bits of liquidity, and from here just completely rebound, fly up, and stop hunt me out. I don't know that, bro. I don't know that. But anyway, guys, that's it from me. Hope you guys understood this and enjoyed. Hope you guys took something away from this video. In the next video, what I will be doing is explaining to you guys how I took this massive 1 to 30 plus R trade and how it logically made sense for it to be 1 to 30 R. You know how sometimes people just be messing around? Like, nah, I'm gonna tell you guys exactly how it made sense for this to be a 1 to 30 R trade. Right up here, I took a sell right here based on number 1, liquidity, and number 2, structure. For that particular trade, I'm talking about for that trade, what I used was I observed that this high was responsible for a stop hunt, and then I looked at the lower time frame for the structure. You get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, man, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed, and leave a thumbs up if you guys wish to. If you guys didn't, it's fine. Leave a dislike, leave a comment on what you guys would like to see next, or just what you think about this video. Anyway, until next time, man, see you guys. Peace out.